Now that we've awakened our S71 project a little bit, it's time to make our bed. And of course, we're talking about the bare bones truck bed in our Silverado. We've got some cool accessories to add that not only come in handy, but they'll also set the stage for the rest of our overlanding gear. But first, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the action on our channel. We're gonna ease ourselves into this portion of our build by adding a WeatherTech Techliner bed liner. We use the word ease because it's among the easiest bed liners to install. Each one is application specific, just like this one for our Silverado. And there's no drilling required, just some simple adhesive strips to get the job done. So let's get to work. WeatherTech recommends that you remove the liner from the package and let it sit out on a nice flat level surface for a few hours prior to installation. It's also important that your truck bed is clean and free of contaminants and debris. So now you're going to attach the adhesive. You're going to take the provided alcohol wipes, wipe where the adhesive sits, remove the backing, stick it, and then let it sit for at least 15 seconds so it adheres. So here's our bed liner, nice and snug in our truck. We've got the best possible protection against scrapes, scratches, or anything else the world throws at us. It's a really must-have whether you're driving a work truck or a front truck like ours. WeatherTech uses 100% recyclable thermoelastomers that are both durable and UV resistant. It's not going to bend, it's not going to crack, it's not going to break, it's in it with us for the long haul. Next in our bed of accessories, I've got something really cool to show you. It's the Putco Molle rack system. This system is going to allow us to use the sides of our truck bed to store gear. Things like shovels, axes, fire extinguishers, and more. Whatever we want really. In keeping with the theme, the installation is pretty simple. So here are our pieces. They're CNC cut from heavy 10 gauge aluminum and they're powder coated for durability. These ones are specifically designed for our Silverado and they will work with bed liners and truck covers. So let's get them installed. With the Molle racks installed, it's time to install another trick accessory. This one is my personal favorite and it's the undercover swing case. It provides secure out-of-the-way storage for your tools and so much more. It mounts on the inside of your bed panel, locks into position, and swings out over the tailgate for easy access. All told, it offers 1.5 cubic feet of storage and it'll hold up to 75 pounds. It's great for tools, towing equipment, camping gear, emergency supplies, and anything you can think of that'll fit inside it. These undercover swing cases are removable and lockable, and the installation, you guessed it, it's pretty simple. It's a matter of a few self-tapping screws and a padlock loop for added security. So we're going to start off our install by hanging this bracket first. Before we hang our swing case, we're going to go ahead and modify the bracket. And the reason we're doing that is because it doesn't work with our Putco Molle rack. So we're gonna go ahead and shorten it and then hang everything. As we mentioned earlier, we had to modify our bracket to work with our Putco Molle rack system. We went ahead and got that done and mounted, so now we can mount our swing case. Not only does the swing case have a locking lid, but it also has a secure lock, and it's super easy to install. All you do is slide it in here, bring it over, and lock it. And now your swing case is secure and nobody can take it off. And just like that, we're done. Now that our bed is made, it's time to put something on top. And we're gonna use an Addictive Desert Designs Overland rack. What's nice about this design is, again, there's no drilling required. Instead, the system uses a universal mounting clamp system. It should be fairly easy to install, so let's dive in. We're gonna start off our install by installing the driver's side rack first. And this is just gonna go on top of the bed and then use the sandwich plates to hold in place. So we got this side bolted in place, but we're just gonna snug it up. We're not gonna tighten it fully. Now we're gonna repeat those steps on the passenger side. Now it's time to install our crossbars. It's important to note that the front crossbar is a little different than the other two. You're going to want to face this open side towards the cab. Let's get it installed. With a few bolts started, now we're going to install the rest of our hardware. It's important to note that we're not going to tighten these, we're just going to snug them up and then come back and torque them later. So with our rack installed, now it's time to torque all the hardware. We're going to torque the larger bolts to the manufacturer's recommended spec of 70 foot-pounds and these smaller bolts to 30 pounds. Let's get to it. So here's our completed rack system. It uses a combination of plate and tube steel for a somewhat unique look, while providing a sturdy mounting point for heavier items up top, such as our rooftop tent we have on standby. Plus, the slotted rails along the sides of the universal overlanding rack can be used for a mounting point for almost any off-road accessory. So the stage is set for some overlanding fun. And in the next episode, we'll show you some more overlanding gear and get ready to let Project S71 out into the wild. I'm Justin with Summit Racing. Thanks for watching.